y'all. Welcome to Talks with Nelly. I'm your host, Janelle, and today I have my husband joining me.
What's up? Bino here. Hubby.
Okay, he's silly. Anyways, so we have a question of the day that we're going to discuss. And today's question is: has social media created expectations in dating that could come off unrealistic? So for me, I feel like it really depends on your headspace because some people could take one thing as far as in a relationship requires 50-50, and others like the man needs to pay all the bills, and I just feel like those two right there is unrealistic as is, because sometimes somebody's gonna have to give more than the other, and sometimes you know, it just depends. Some dating expectations where people, like, from what I see on social media, where a lot of women feel like, oh, the man should take the woman and like uh bask her in gifts and shower her with everything. I just don't feel like that's realistic on, like, in dating wise. I mean, as time goes by, of course, the man could gradually spoil the woman, but I just don't feel like off that that's realistic.
Just right there. Hold on. Sum it up all together. So what you really saying?
I'm saying that yes, I feel like social media has made a lot of people expect dating and unrealistic, and that's why I feel like a lot of people fail at the dating stages because they have these high expectations on what their partner should do for them, and when their partner doesn't fall through,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
everything falls apart.
Right. And yeah, I'm on. Well, yeah, I'm on the same line as that. But to be more in depth with it, I feel like we in the age now where social media has you know taken upon the whole world. Everywhere you look. All over the world, has brought everybody, closer. And people have been more into other people's cultures and lifestyles. It was one point in time where, everybody had, it was sort of like privacy, towards, or it was everything was more distinctive as far as, you know, what people are doing, their heritage, how they living, lifestyles, you would have to be within that, that area, within that group in order to understand what's going on. Now everybody is in one big melting pot, and and I feel like if you're caught up in that whole scene, and especially if you unaware of your roots and where you come from, and the way you portray the data scene, you're going to be caught up in a web of different sorts of things and materials and methods and personalities. I mean, we could go. You just going to be swarming in the pool, drowning in all sorts of things. So yeah, social media. But like, yeah, it will be if you looking at guidance, if you're looking for guidance within social media, if social media is your foundation of guidance, yeah, you're not gonna be successful in a dating pool, in the in your personal lifestyle, should I say.
So
you
you're
know
pretty much saying that that one person that's looking for, to experience a good
mm.
partner, they have to be aware within themselves. They have to kind of know what they want in order.
I mean, because like, yeah, but like mainly because I'm not saying social media is a bad thing too, because you know if you want to portray it, that's your lifestyle. That's your lifestyle. If it's organic and you want to show it off, you want to, or show your style of dating, or what you're into. You want to express that, so people, if you're looking to capture your partner, and through social media, which most people do nowadays,
Yeah.
it's like you will want people to understand what you're into, your type of atmosphere. Everybody's different in a way. So, but if you are specifically using social media as your anchor in order to, fit in, or trying to understand the dating pool, or cultures, lifestyles. If you're using social media as that point, then yeah, you're going to be caught up in all different types of things. You're not
Yeah.
going to be organic, and that's the main thing. It's all about being organic, being yourself. If you're not being yourself, I mean, anything is going to be
I
complicated.
don't see, the
So,
thing is with nowadays, I don't feel like many people know how to be themselves. Like, it's easy to say, oh yeah,
mhm,
be yourself and just do what makes you happy. I don't feel like people really understand being themselves, because not to mention, we don't know the type of backgrounds these people come from.
right,
A lot of people come from different
mhm,
backgrounds where they feel like what they're told is themselves.
right,
So like when people say be yourself, it's kind of like, I don't, and I feel like that's why a lot of people are lost today, because people,
mhm,
all they know is how to follow the next,
mhm,
whatever, whoever is getting the most attention,
right,
they're going to follow that person. They're going to follow their ideology. They're going to follow
right.
their type of mentality.
But at the same time, on top of that too, so many doors open for people that you know are in closed-minded circles.
Mm,
Even in their own religions or beliefs, and you know they're so pressured into staying in the box, with their their personalities, even man, you got places, in different parts of the world where even speaking, having freedom of speech, there's no freedom within your speech. You have to be
right.
very careful of what you say,
Right.
you know, and there's a whole bunch of people out here, everywhere we go, putting a poker face on, putting a different disguise on, but within themselves, are they, is that who they really are? Are they really expressing their true selves? You know, within their outer person, within their outer shell. So when you have social media,
Mm-hmm.
it's giving these people opportunity to express their true inner selves and how they really feel. So you have this huge web of different personalities and different things. I mean, it's almost, you could think over almost anything on the top of your head, and there's gonna be somebody out there with the camera recording it, putting it to life, you know. And it's all about, and now it's like you can find your group of people easily now, just
Yeah.
like that. So, but if you are afraid to being, if you're afraid of expressing yourself, that's a different story. See what I'm saying? You have to, but then social media gives you all the passion, and it gives you all the devotion to want to express yourself. That's what social media is about, expressing yourself. Yeah, you got people caught up in clout chasing, or should I say the main thing that means is, attention seeking people, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or, attention whores, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, you know, it's different. It's your perception of how you want to perceive it. But at the end of the day, it's all about expression. People want to express.
My thing is with social media and the dating world, a lot of people that's giving like
Mm-hmm.
dating or relationship advice, they're single. Like their
Mm-hmm.
relationships are failing. They can't hold a
Mm-hmm.
relationship longer than a couple of months. And they come on here, give
Right.
advice to other single people that's kind of trying to like look and like trying to find their way, trying to figure out
Right.
their way. And
Right.
it's like a lot of people are giving wrong information. Like, who told you
Right.
a man has to provide every step of the way of a woman? Who told you that? That is so unrealistic.
Right. Right. Right.
And at the same time, as for men, they're viewing these women as like trophies. Like, okay, I just want to fuck her, pass her money, and like go.
Right. Right.
Okay, not every woman's gonna go like that. So
Right.
who is giving these type of advice where people in real life
Wow.
trying to treat these other people like the way they hear on social media? That's where it's everything is failing, because people are too involved into listening into these false narratives, and they're taking these false narratives and applying in their real life, and shit is not working out. It's just not working out.
Right. I mean, whew, I mean that's the thing. That's the problem when people don't have the anchor of true guidance within themselves to really know who they really are. I mean, understanding who you are is as simple as, you know, do you like the flavor of this? As far as uh, let's say vegetables or fruits. You like how this tastes? Do you like this, how this tastes? You know, okay, you don't like that. Okay, you like that. Okay, you did like this. Do you like that? Okay, you don't like that. Okay, you more so you kind of stay away from acidic things. You like more
Mm.
so alkaline type of type of foods. Just certain things, you understand. You already guided yourself to understanding who you are as a person. You just knocked out so many different things right there just by what you like to eat. I mean, you just it's just simple as that. And when you get yourself caught up in trying to understand somebody else, I mean, you're taking somebody else's personalities, you're taking somebody else's characteristic traits. You're using somebody without putting actions into play, without putting yourself in within their shoes. Trying to trying to put trying to get that perception of would I fit in their lifestyle and how they're living? Would I
Mm.
like that? You know, or their perspective, should I say? Would I like that, or would I rather um, you know feel uncomfortable in that setting? For instance, like uh, you got guys that love being dominated by women. They don't want to be the
Beta males.
they don't want to be the
Alpha.
yeah, they don't want to be the alpha. They don't want to be the protector. They want a woman to protect them. You know, they don't want to be the anchor. They want a woman to anchor them, to guide them. You got guys like that. You got guys that are the opposite as well. You have women who are afraid of guys to be the anchor or to be the protector because in their eyes, men don't protect. They
Mm.
grew up in perspective that men are aggressors.
Mm.
They are more guided towards women because they feel more protected towards women because they see men as always being violent, hurtful, regardless of the fact. And you got guys that look at women like that too. They might be towards men because they see women like aggressors and more violent or whatever the case may
Right.
be. So it's
Right.
like people mindsets, man. That's why it's so dangerous when you have all of these personalities and mindsets in one big pool, and that's media for you. So
Yeah.
imagine somebody with no guidance of their true self just jumping into the pool. You drowning. You don't know where you're going. You're
Yeah.
going right to the bottom of that pool. You're gonna float to the top or whatever the hell gonna be. Your ass drowning. At the end of the day, you gotta know what you like and you gotta stand on it.
Right.
Be real with yourself. That's the ultimatum. People really know what's going on deep inside. Like, if you really try to impress others or you really trying to build and impress yourself. You know what you're dealing with, what you're battling with within yourself. You just got to be real with yourself. That's the best thing you could do in life is be real with yourself. Don't you realize that people that are more drawn to other people's energy is people that are real with themselves. People test
Mm.
people all the time, every day,
Hello.
even even on social media. People going to test you. They're going to ask you certain questions. They're
Question.
going to see how
Yup.
you going to move and
See
how
how you gonna
is
respond.
you going to really stand on it
Yup.
or you going to dodge it. You know, I mean, people know what's up because there's somebody out there that got that almost that same on that same path as you, that same mindset, personality, and thinking. So if they chiming in or listening into what you talking about, they gonna know if you really bought it or not because
Yup.
they living that shit.
Yup.
They really doing it. You know. So it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna call you bluff one day. You keep
It's
over here
true.
acting and trying to fake a funk or some shit,
It's gonna show.
or
I feel like
you
the truth
know
gonna reveal itself
You know what I'm
anyways.
saying? And then it shows, to be honest, your energy already shows, it already leaks out of yourself. It already shows the certainty in your words or the uncertainty in what you're trying to do. I mean, if you really know how to pick up energy, it's gonna be clear as day.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be clear as day what that person is. If whoever's talking to you, listening to them, are they talking to you or are they talking through you? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, are they just talking just to be talking because it sound good? Or they
Mhm.
just want that light within themselves, flashing on themselves, or they really talking because it's real passion within their words and they really care about what they speaking upon, because they really
Right.
went through that the experience that they got going through those type of things, and they want to express it so other people, that's going through those specific things can have pure, real guidance. Because it's nothing like somebody expressing their true experiences in life. That's
Yeah.
the best lesson, man. That's the best teaching. That's the
Right.
best guidance. Anything, whether it's dating or any pool or any aspect. So if you have people out here really expressing their real experiences, that's that's a blessing for you to grasp upon that. Because and that's the world we in now. That's why it's like it's a bittersweet. It's almost like you got to find that silver lining with this social media. That's how I truly feel. Because if you don't have that real guidance, I mean, like I said, once again, you're gonna be drowning in that pool.
Yeah. Also, to like piggyback off what you
Mm-hmm.
said, when you have a sense of self, it's also like you could navigate through the bullshit on social media. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so like you said, social media is gonna throw everything at you. When you really
Yeah.
understand, you're gonna know what you want to listen to, what you want to hear, which aligns with you more, and kind of like,
Right.
dodge anything that's not like aligned with what you stand for, your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, y'all.
And to sum up everything, just because I'm acting like I don't talk a lot too. I talk a
I
lot.
know
And
you
look,
be
and to
talking.
sum up everything, man, look at your algorithm on social media. Just sum through like one day. Just check your algorithm. Look at your summaries and your videos and what you watch and what you look into and what you absorb, and that's how you get a sense of yourself in a way. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
what you like and what you into. And if you catch yourself like, I'm not really feeling my algorithm. I mean, if you
Yeah,
already feeling, I mean, you should already feel like that. If you feeling like that way, then that should tell you that you're not in a comfortable setting. That
you're
you're
not in
not
a
where
right
you,
mindset.
you're not where you, or you in the right mindset, but it's not in the right, it's not in the right environment. You got to put your mindset where it fits, where it's fitting. You got to be with your kind. That's how it goes. You got to be with your kind of folk.
But how can you be in the right mindset if you're looking at all negative stuff? Like, say
That's what I'm saying.
someone's algorithm is full of negativity and
You
death,
got
and
people, then you got people that's into negativity and death. You go to them people.
are they in the right mindset?
I they look in their eyes, they are shoot. I ain't saying that's the right mindset, but you see, that's what I'm saying. That's the power of someone's perspective. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? That's what I mean. If you feel like you comfortable, like for instance, like if them type of people, I'm gonna get real raw with it. If this bottle of water was blood, right? A whole bottle full of blood, right? And you got to do it over here just like this. You don't want that?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
well, for me, shit.
Who child?
Like that, like what? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, where he come from, this good. More
Right,
for me.
right,
You see what I'm saying?
right.
It's a perspective. That's wild in my eyes, but wherever the hell he come from, where he
It's
picked that up
normal.
from, that's normal.
Right.
So go to your kind. Like that's social media. That's the world we in now, right? That's real. That's being real, like for real. Like everybody not the same. Everybody not like you got negative people out there, violent, evil people out there, and what they gonna be with? They evil folk. Simple.
So you saying like with them going to their con, do you think they expect a level of standards within that con?
They all everybody like I'm going like rewinding what I was saying before. Them people that really live that life and do that stuff for real,
Mm-hmm.
when they listen to you and they chiming in and hearing you talk and speak, they gonna test you. They gonna ask you certain questions or see how you move and stuff and see if you stand on that 10 toes, if you believe in what you saying, if you really for what you about. Because
Mm.
they do it all the time. Like a cannibalism dude. He eating human flesh 24/7. He a
Mm.
cannibal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you think a cannibal not gonna know if you bluffing, if you trying to act like you a cannibal, you think he not gonna pick up on it?
Of course he is.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like that's that right there. Simple as pie. People gonna get with your kind, and the people with their kind gonna know if you bluffing or not. They're gonna know if you
Right.
telling the whole fib or not. Then you really gotta ask yourself, why you even trying to express or impress these folk if you're not about it, or if you're not even, if this not even really you?
Mm.
What's your objective?
Attention. A
What's
lot of
your
people.
goal?
A
So
lot
if
of
your
people love the
objective is just
attention.
attention, then hey, you should be pleased for whatever attention you receive.
Mm.
You know, that's your goal. I don't want to open that door and see what the fuck coming out of there, but I don't
Yo.
like surprises.
Right.
I want to
Right.
do that shit, motherfuckers. That's the thing, motherfuckers want to play with fire and shit. Yeah, you gonna get what you gonna get what's coming for you.
So, like, when as far as dating, when
Mm,
someone you think someone portrays to be your type of kind, and y'all actually get to talking,
mm,
don't you think by the time the other person pulls out their mask, say if they're
mm-hmm.
bluffing, they end up showing their true colors? Don't you think the other person will be too fascinated by what they expected that person to be? Because that happens a lot. How people expect
Uh-huh.
something based off what the other person shows them in the beginning, like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're the same kind, we're on the same
Yeah.
mindset, and then down the line the true colors start to show, and it's like, oh, hold up. Some people like, okay, whatever, I'll accept it,
Mm-hmm.
and others like, oh, no, 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 no.
Well, that's the
So what do you
lessons
say
of
about
life. Yeah,
that?
you got people that are real. Got people that are real good with the disguises that they put on.
Yeah.
You know, but them people have a specific goal in mind. You see,
Mm.
that's their kind right there. You see what I'm saying? You got people out there too that's similar, that they can relate, put them disguises on real good to get what they want. You see what I'm saying?
And con
That's a
artists.
type of kind right there. So you got people out here that they they feel like dirty, or they don't feel like they just feel off. They don't feel right when they got them disguises on. So
Right.
they can't even put a disguise on. They have no choice but to be honest. That's them. That's a certain kind. See what I'm saying? You know, you got people that you know, you got people that evolve. Yeah, you evolve, you mature, you grow. You don't mean you stuck with that kind. You evolve. You too mature for that kind. You too mature. You tired of disguises.
Mm.
That shit getting old. You know, you getting, it ain't doing nothing for you no more. You really want to be who you really are inside. You tired of wearing those. You tired of being a coward and hiding your true self.
Right.
You know, you know you. So you're not with that kind no more. You're not with them type of people no more. You moving on. You know, you taking them lessons, you sharing, or you other people, or the people that you try to bring other people with you based off what you've seen and what you've grown into, you grown up out of, being a greater you. You trying to drag them people up out of that negativity or out that fire. A lot of them not gonna want to go with you. Some gonna come with you. They grow too. That's life. You have people that was gullible. That's what happens when you're green. You're a seedling. Somebody coming to you that's a veteran in that type of atmosphere, and you walking as a seedling in that atmosphere. Yeah, they're gonna take advantage of you.
Right.
Which most people do, and you learn from that. In Yahuwah name, God's name, Hallelujah. You survive through those, you know, through those trials. Those lessons. You take those in as lessons, not failures, not L's. That's how I see L's as lessons. You grow from it. You understand it, and you harden your shell that's soft within you, that inner soft shell of misunderstanding becomes stronger. Your understanding, your knowledge becomes stronger. Your wisdom strengthens. Ain't nobody can tell you about that type of folk over there because you've been through it.
Mm.
Them people over there was trying to finesse you. They was trying to manipulate you, and you fought your way through. It was tough in the beginning, but you came out stronger and better. That's life. Would you have known that if you ain't go through that?
Mm.
Would you need to be going through that in order to live your life and to be the type of person you are? Hey, I don't write the book. That's life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't take those. You just don't. You don't beat yourself up upon stuff like that. You just go through it. You learning yourself. You know, understand what you're looking for in a person. Whatever you fell for, study it. You know what I'm saying? Treat your life like you watching Netflix. Play that shit back. Rewind it in your head. Study it all the time. Understand it.
Mm.
Understand where you slipped up on or what you know, sometimes everything not meant for you to understand, you will understand what you could take and move on from it.
That's
You
a
know,
certain level of accountability.
you
I
know.
don't feel like not everyone is ready for that type of level of
Mm-hmm.
accountability because instead of blaming the other person, you looking within yourself and trying to see where you messed up.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. There's levels. There ain't your kind yet.
Yeah.
Stay with your kind of unaccountable folks. Plenty of them. Like, so you know, when
Oh,
you that shit real. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And like what a lot of people like to bond off of trauma. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like pain. You
Hmm.
know, um, to be honest, negative shit. People like to bond off negative shit.
More than positive shit.
That's the realness of life because you know people feel like it's like people feel like in my experience, you know, I didn't, you know, just like you know, it's cliche to say that, but you know, I didn't seen shit. And one thing I can really say is people are more afraid to show the happiness within themselves, man.
Because
The
that's
type
a
of
kind of
people I know,
vulnerability.
yeah, you know, they feel like you know you more soft or you more like what you know what I'm saying? Why you not
Mm.
walking out here, you know, with your why you ain't walking out here with like a little grudge on you or you know
You in pain.
like negativity, like something negative that you or something that irritation. That's what like why you ain't walking around like you irritated or like yeah like something not bothering you or you know like you acting like life all perfect and shit, bro. Like what's up with you?
Right.
All smiling, happy and shit, laughing, all giggly and all the time. And,
Right.
yeah, do the joke, clown ass nigga.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what people be feeling, be taking upon, but bruh really talking about himself.
Mm. Projection.
Shawty really, she really talking about herself,
Mm.
you know, like because they want to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel that. You gotta earn that happiness though.
Right.
Me man, I got one of the best. Man, I'm real goofy. I got one of the best laugh smiles, man. I make a dude. My laugh gonna make you laugh. At the same time, man, too. I could write a whole book full of pain. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So it's like fuck a motherfucker gonna tell you that you can't live your life being happy, expressing yourself. You know, just because yeah, you went through a whole bunch of negativity, you went through war and went through fire to express yourself, to be happy, nigga,
Mm.
to be yourself. You earn that. Why you gotta go out here being irritated through life? It take more muscles to be mad and be angry about something. It take less muscles to be happy. It take less stress to be happy. You gotta find that
Facts.
happiness though. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn it.
You gotta fight for it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta earn that shit. For real.
If you're not
You
trying to
can't just
fight
ain't
for
nobody
it,
gonna hand you that.
if you're not trying to
You
fight for
know?
your own happiness,
You
you're
gotta
gonna
earn
dwell
it.
in depression.
Gotta earn it. And the main thing is you gotta be one with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself because you ain't gonna never man. It's like, alright, let's say it like that. It's like a dude, he got all he got all these candy bars. He got all these candy bars and everything in his storage room because his pops own a candy shop. You know what I'm saying? Dude got any candy you could think of in his storage room, like you know what I'm saying. You know that's where pops put it in when he about to refill the candy shop. So now you got this one dude that grew up real strict. You know what I'm saying? Household ain't believing in that candy shit. You know what I'm saying? So he like 10 years old right now, and the closest thing he ate to a piece of candy was like some some fruit flavored popsicles or something. like, organic homemade popsicles. Like they real strict on that. So it's like dude over here running to dude, you know what I'm saying? They bump up, they friends or something like that, or they connected or whatever. Dude go into his crib and the next thing you know his eyes just stuck like what the fuck? Like he's seeing all this candy, he can't even imagine what the fuck. Like dude over here looking at him like, yo, what's up with you, bro? Like,
Mm.
he like, bro, like you see all this candy, bro? Like what? Look at this, bro. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this Skittles. What? I didn't even see this one before ever in my life. Like, bro, you serious, bro? Bro, we get these all the time. My father, he restock like twice a month. Like, bro, like now he eating one. Bro, can I try one, please? Like, yeah, bro, like bro, you throwing me off. Like, you acting weird. Like, bro, he eating a joint. He's like, oh my god, like, he just freaking out. Like, dude ate one little piece of Skittle, he going crazy. Like, and other dude just like, bro, just bro, like nah, like he can't even believe it. He recording him and shit. He probably on social media by now based off his reaction to eating a pack of Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, that's people's life, man. That's how it is based off of earning something, man.
Mm.
Earning something, the feeling of like, dude ain't go through all. I'm gonna give you like a real like just a real like this example, but dude went through all of this. He come from a real healthy family, real strict healthy family. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker earned that piece of candy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get a piece of candy all this time. Brody over here, he done made himself to the candy shop. Ain't no way you ain't talking about it, that candy. He earned that candy. You know what I'm saying? He eating that piece of candy. He here. He made it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He ain't telling. I'm sure he ain't gonna tell this folks shit either. You know what I'm saying? The candy tastes so good. The other dude over here grew up with it all the time. He just like, yo, like, I don't really feel the same excitement you feel eating that piece of candy, bro. I'm never gonna feel that excitement ever. I'm never
Mm.
gonna feel that happiness, that simple happiness with you eating that little piece of candy. I'm never gonna receive it. I'm never gonna catch it because he ain't earned that excitement. He ain't earned that happiness. He ain't earned that feeling. And that's how simple it gets. It's all about earning your achievements. That's the real happiness. It's always gonna come through that. As simple as something light like that. You gonna gain happiness through it. You're gonna be happy and proud of yourself. You know that based off what you put in the motherfucking dirt is what's gonna come up through that soil. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Old cliche saying you reap what you sow, but that's real shit though.
Okay, y'all. That's it for now, for today. We're going to wrap it up for this one, for the question of the day. And let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that. All right, y'all. We're going to see you in the next
Yes,
episode.
sir. We out. Woo!